Don the Don season one. What a surprise, and just it was just shocking all this season and this whole show. How it came on the scene from the opening to the colors to the first episode to the art style, the drip that they had on. Everything was screaming next big thing, and it carried the hype for me. It carried the hype all the way out until the last episode. Again, you can see those reactions on my Patreon. Had a fun time with those. Super fun. And yeah, so let's get into season one. Let's go episode by episode. I got like 3 slides per episode. So started with season one with them meeting. Great introductory episode to throw us into the fray kind of and show us what this show is going to be about. Turbo Granny, her character evolved in a way that I didn't think was going to evolve, that to which I actually turned out to enjoy her character. This is a perfect tone setter. This is a perfect pilot. This is one of the best pilots of a show I think I've ever seen. It may be the best, if I'm being completely honest with you, shows of all time, from what I've seen, of course. But yeah, this was just a great overall episode, and my mind is just flooded with how the greatness of the other episodes that came after it. So this episode was them meeting Turbo Granny, the Banana Organ people, and Momo discovering her powers, and they get out. She finds out his name is Ken Takauka, whatever his name is, Tenkakakura. And it was a cute episode. That's episode 1. Episode 2, they gotta get his stuff back because it's missing, right? But they end up finding out and running into another alien, which I thought was a ghost at first, but it turns out to be ghost and alien. And I remember talking about this in the episode discussion after on my video. How I like how they're mixing the mythology and the yokais and the aliens, and I like how the author's using this in the context of the story. I think it's very interesting, and it's what in that concept is what has really kept me invested and kept me watching, because I wanted to see how further and how much more deep he was going to dive into it. So they get attacked by this alien, and this is the first time we get to see, I don't know what we're going to call this, but women love it, the guys love it, I enjoy it, and this is obviously a Bleach reference, which made me so happy. I remember when I saw it in the trailer, I'm like, that's a hollow mask, sir. That is a hollow mask. You look like you look like half hollow, like how Bleach is. So it really tickled my fancy, as I say. And this was such a cool episode. Dope things happen. We got to see the smarts of Momo here in this episode. Next episode, we have Granny versus Granny, right? They defeated the alien, but Momo passed out, so then Turbo Granny took him over. This is when Grandma had to step in and save the day. She absolutely waxed Turbo Granny, I ain't gonna lie to you. And I saw where Momo was getting like her battle sense, her intuition from, in terms of like fighting these ghosts and things like that. So now the rest of the episode was just a clown show. I ain't gonna lie to you. They, her one look at his underpants, everything like that. And then that's basically how it was. This was our introduction to Granny. Granny is a great character. No pun intended. So that's episode 3. Next, we have them going back to get to finish off Turbo Granny, to get his stuff back. And this episode right here was amazing. This was amazing. From the chase to the animation to the POV shot that they did when he was running in the street, and you could see the camera shaking, to the opera music. It was Flight of the Bee. Chef's kiss. Absolute chef's kiss. This was a phenomenal episode, and they defeated Turbo Granny in one of the most gratifying, satisfying ways ever. This was a great episode. Got her messed up on the train, made her run into her own trap. Great episode. Action, 10 out of 10. Next episodes are now getting into the character. The first big bad is out the way, as we thought, Turbo Granny. And now we're getting into more of the characters and their relationships, specifically between Okarun and Momo, right? Miss Ayase, or Ayase as he likes to say. He got his shaft back, but now he's missing his balls, right? And there was a cute scene with them where I don't know how cute it was because they clicked teeth, which you could hear it too when it happened. And then I was in the rush. I was like, "What the heck was that?" And then they said it out loud. Did we? I heard the teeth clicking. I was like, oh, "That's disgusting." But anyways, this was just going into their personal relationship and the insecurities they have of being open with each other and how they deep down really enjoy each other's company as a friendship and possibly a little more. The wash tub was so funny. It was such a great character switch too, right? When Momo was being mean to him, and then this girl coming in, and then making fun of him, saying he'll never, using her womanliness to, try to make fun of him, and then Momo getting him back at her. Great episode. This was funny, and then because I saw her in the opening, I knew that she was going to be more a part of the story. And we ended off with taking the spirit of Turbo Granny out of him, and it went into the fortune cat doll, whatever thing, those things they have in freaking Chinese carryouts. And this is where Turbo Granny was for the rest of this season. So strong episode with the whole character building stuff. It was entertaining, and then they added this part in, which was more comedy, it was really good episode. Now we have her, because Turbo Granny revealed that she survived and that she left at the last second where she could get just a little bit of her essence inside of him, and she just basically misplaced his junk, right? So now they got to go on a chase to find these balls. It turns out that she has one, and that because she has one, it woke up maybe a latent ability, or she's just able to see it now. She saw wings on Momo, so now she has this whole storyline where she thinks she's pretty and she has to save people. Yada yada. It was very annoying, but it was meant to be annoying, right? So she gets Momo. She tries to use a lighter cross, and I don't know what book that was, to be honest with you, and it fails miserably when this lady swoops in and she thinks that it's her daughter. Now this is where the show took a turn that I didn't think it was going to take. Episode 7 is the best episode of this season. The backstory that they gave to this, I'm guessing she's a yokai, right, was of the level, if not better, than how Demon Slayer gives a backstory to, the demons that they kill and that they slay, right? Phenomenally done, from the music to the animation. You felt the heart, you felt the love, you felt the soul of the episode in this. And because it caught me off guard, I almost cried. You gotta go Patreon to see it, but it almost got me because it really came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting the show to go in this direction. It was such a sharp turn from the previous episodes, so it really caught me off guard. The way that they used Ida, the pink hair girl, and how that relates, and it's really, it turns out it's really not her daughter, but apparently she's had this ability for some time. She can see, and the ball just enhanced it, right? And it gets to the point where, this was a cute scene, so adorable, where she passes away and she puts her essence in Ida, to, because she killed her before she had the flashback, and after she had the flashback, she wanted to save her life. So she gave the rest of her essence and power that she had to Ira, and she ended up passing away and moving on. And it was so sweet hearing Ira say, you will not be forgotten. I will always remember, and like you mattered, and I will carry the memory and the spirit of you for the rest of my days. I thought it was absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful episode, and the best episode of this season for sure. Got 10 minutes left before Jump Festa, so let's get through this next episode. Some more character stuff. This is when the show did two like mini arcs. Momo's jealousy for Okarun, and then Okarun's jealousy for Momo when Oh Boy shows up. He's trying to work out to get stronger, so he can protect Ayase. Old girl comes in, and I think it's because she has the essence of that yokai lady. Like, it's kind of enhanced her, her clinginess, right? And she ends up like having a sort of thing for Okarun. And Momo gets jealous. They have to reconcile it. Yada 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 yada. Right. That's what that episode was. Next episode is where it really took me for a loop. Almost, I wouldn't say almost took me out of it, but it was just a sharp back to what, like, it was a sharp change to what the first two episodes were, which is the monster stuff and them having to fight and defeat them. This was phenomenally directed, phenomenally animated. It really threw me off guard, but through all of that, I was still able to be cognizant of the epicness that was happening. Great episodes right here. She has old girl's ability. Aliens come back. It was nice to see them again. They introduced this crab dude, which is so trash, and you'll see in the next episode. They defeat this thing. The aliens ended up merging with the Loch Ness monster that was in there. Like, what? It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Now, next episode is when they take in the crab and they heal him. And the way that they healed him and the way that they gave him a solution is through milk. So his blood is milk. So they gave him milk to help save his son because his son needed blood. Was it stupid? Yes. Did it take away from the show? No. It was just like something that was like, it just made you do that eye roll, bro. So yeah, that was that episode. It was funny, yes, but like, what the freak is this, right? Showing that they still have the comedy and things like that. Now this is where it gets interesting. We have old dude get introduced. I still don't know his name yet. He literally came in like the last two episodes, but I'll learn it as he goes on. And we get Mannequin Man, which is he was almost he was almost one of my most favorite things this season. But with everything that happened, there's other characters which I'll get into. But Mannequin Man comes on the scene. They think that he has one of the balls, and he's looking for his mate, right? And just hearing it now, me explaining this is freaking nuts. But he wants to find his mate, and he finds her. And I didn't put any pictures of episode 12 in this because it's literally like that literally happened like 2 days ago, so they haven't like uploaded pictures for me to put in. But episode 12 after that is them going to his house and trying to figure out what, trying to exercise whatever is there. Momo ends up in a freaking bathhouse with freaking creeps, weirdos, and now she has to fight her way out of that. That was very unsettling to watch, and I know she's gonna whoop their ass. And Okarun and him, they find a part of his house that doesn't even look like it's supposed to be attached. It's like an extra room that's just attached on the outside. They break the wall down and they see all of these paper tags inside, and then it ends. I was upset. They did show us a glimpse of what his whatever was tormenting him it was. It looked creepy, it looked crazy. But then that last shot with them showing all the paper tags and the intrigue and the mystery, and then they ended it. It really got me. Like how the Demon Slayer endings do. But yeah. So only a few minutes left for Jump Fest, so let's get through these characters. Um, he just came in, so I don't really have a take on him. He's energetic, wacky, wonky. I'm gonna need to see more of him. All right, I don't really like her, to be honest with you. From her character, what the best thing about her was episode 7 and 6, right? Those were the best performances from her. She's gonna be nice to have around, but I don't really care about her. Granny, I really enjoy me some Granny. She's mature, she's silly, she's immature at the same time. She's a perfect mix of everything that, you know, is attractive about like the older woman who's hip to the young and is still old. Great character. Okarun is my favorite character in this entire show. And I know he's going to be a lot of people's favorite characters. I absolutely adore him. He is a great character. Just his nerdiness, his kindness, how he can also snap back with roasts and everything like that. He's such a good character, and I can't wait to see where they go with him moving forward. And Momo, I really enjoy Momo. She is my favorite. Okarun is my favorite, but she's right after him. Then this Granny. But she's amazing character. She's obviously the main protagonist in this, which is done so well in an age where people mess this up. Where people mess up female protagonists. This does it so well. Does it so well and convincingly and believably because it's actually a good product. So with that being said, I didn't throw Granny in here, but Granny in the tunnel, F. Granny as a cat, A. I freaking enjoy her. Let's get into the grade. I give the first season of Dandadan an A-. I give it an A- because it was, like I said, that there were some episodes where the tone would jump completely, right? The tone would absolutely change and jump. So that's why I don't give it a higher grade than an A-. But that's just like nitpick. I don't like when it jumps like that. I like when it transitions smoothly into one thing into the next. But overall, this was a great first season of Dandadan, and I'm very much looking forward to season 2 in July. So thank you guys so much for watching. And we're 2 minutes to spare with Jump Fest, so let's get into that. But regardless, let me know what you guys think of Dandadan season 1. Very, very, very enjoyable experience. Be sure to check it out on my Patreon as well. It's not expensive. And I will see you guys for the season 2 review. And for all the people on Patreon, I will see y'all in July for those episodes. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next one.